this is George with Simpler Times Homestead, and this video we're going to continue in my series of the Certified Tennessee Naturalist program, and this video is going to cover things that I learned in the third class, which was the World of Invertebrates, Pollinators, Predators, Pests and Parasitoids. So one of the exciting things that happened when I pulled up into Owl's Hill for this class was they brought out of the office all of the books that had been ordered for us, and it was just so exciting to see all of the Peterson field guides and whatnot. And one of them, which we actually got to use, which was Peterson's guide or field guide to insects, we got to use it on that day. And in a little bit, I'll give you an overview and show you the different books that we have for the various classes and whatnot. I mentioned some of the books that came in when I went back for my second class for the Tennessee Naturalist program, and here they are. So this one didn't come in because that wasn't one of the ones that I had or that I gotten through the program itself, but it is a book that's recommended. It's called Gardening with the Native Plants of Tennessee, and it's by Margie Hunter. She is a really good author, and she is one of the instructors over at Owl's Hill that teaches the Tennessee Naturalist program. Additionally, we got books on Peterson's Field Guide to Birds, Peterson's Field Guide, Mammals in North America, Peterson's Field Guides, Insects. This is the one that we used in this current class where we were talking about different insects, bugs, arthropods, arachnids and whatnot. Another book, Reptiles and Amphibians. Kind of combine those two into Reptibians, which really doesn't exist. Another book, Eastern Trees, Peterson guide again. A handy little book called Fern Finder. It's more like a booklet. And Golden Guide to Pond Life. Additionally, they also gave us little Owl's Hill notebooks for which we can keep track of our findings out in the field. For those wondering, the Fern Finder is like a little booklet, but you can see it has pretty interesting ways, kind of like keys to identify a fern and how to know what you're looking at and whatnot. And most of them fall along the lines of that. They are keyed field guides, so you can look up various parts and whatnot of the different species that you're looking at and try to do your best to identify it that way. During class, we had the opportunity to sit there and learn. We learned about the characteristics of life cycles of insects. We learned how to identify insects using various keys. Like I mentioned, the Peterson guide. We learned about just an overview of arthropods, which are spiders, isomites, and mites, and how they differ from insects and whatnot. We also learned about methods of collecting them and observing them, and we had the opportunity to have or to use little collection dishes with lids, and we went out into the field and collected just various types of insects. We would be out there in the field, and if we didn't know what something was or we were curious about it, we would go ahead and collect it in our container and then show it to our instructor, and she would say, oh, that is this or that is this, and this is what it does, and this is how it's different from something similar to it, and these are the plants it likes. It was a really great time of field work that occurred right after the instructional work, but it was just really cool. This has been George with Simpler Times Homestead, reminding you that it's the simpler things in life that matter.